Good morning and welcome to Foundational Reading for Families, Session 5, Phonics Part 2. We're going to continue working on correct sound production. A, as an apple. G, F. If your child is having trouble producing this sound, one suggestion is to have him bite his lower lip with his top teeth. Once he can produce that shape, tell him to blow out. V. Notice that the V and F sounds differ only in their voicing. I can feel my voice box turn on when I say the V sound. S. If students have trouble producing the sound, you can have them work again with you in front of a mirror. Demonstrate how your mouth is formed. Look at my mouth. S. Do you see my tongue when I say that? No, my tongue is inside my mouth. With younger students, you can even make it kind of fun and silly and describe it as a snake. I had to keep my tongue, the snake, inside the cage, my mouth. S. And our last sound is O, as an octopus. If your child is struggling to make vowel sounds or differentiating between vowel sounds, he or she can attend to how the mouth looks while making the sounds. When making the ah sound, for example, our mouths are wider across than when we make the ah sound. So practicing with your child in front of a mirror can be really helpful for you to model and for them to be able to see what their mouths are doing when they're producing the sounds. Many favorite strategies and tools used by teachers involve manipulatives, or physical options that our students can touch and move. Engaging your child using multiple senses or teaching using multiple modalities helps our students encode learning into their long-term memories. To try this activity, you're going to need the following materials: chips, pennies, or other kind of materials that your child can move around. You also need some kind of Elkonin boxes. There's tons of these on the internet. For a younger child, I would recommend a version like this: simple CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant words. And then for older students, you may give them more options that'll have more sounds and also the ability to write in more words. We're gonna work today on our basic version for a younger student. One activity you can do is phoneme grapheme mapping. Tell your student a word. You should start with a basic word that's consonant, vowel, consonant. So a word like get, sit, cat, or dog. We're gonna practice today with the word mat. Tell your student the word mat. Have your student take the different manipulatives and move them onto the box while saying each sound. T. Be careful. It is one box per sound, not one box per letter. If your child was working, for example, on the digraph sh, and you were producing the word fish, you would still sh. Even though there's two letters for the sh sound, it's really only one sound. So for phoneme grapheme mapping, it's one box, one sound. Up until now, what we have is actually a phonological awareness activity. The focus has been on recognizing sounds and not necessarily connecting the sounds to the letters. Now I'm going to show you how to turn this activity into a phonics activity, connecting the sounds to the letters that create those sounds. So we have our word mat. Now we're going to have your student move the blocks while writing in the letter that creates that sound. What letter creates the sound? That is an M. What letter creates that sound? That is an A. And then t. What letter creates that sound? And that is a T. So this is what it would look for our mat example. Mat. You can also have your child practice writing the whole word together so that they can see what it looks like without being in the boxes. This basic structure allows for many variations. Once your child is comfortable doing the steps with simple consonant, vowel, consonant, or CVC words, you can have them practice with multisyllabic words and/or words with more complicated phonics patterns. So we can also use these materials to practice substitution and deletion. For example, let's say I'm working with a student. We just did phoneme grapheme mapping with the word mat. Mat. Tell her, your first word was mat. I want you to turn the into a k. Have your child, if possible, switch out a chip of one color for a chip of a new color. That represents that we've changed the sound to the k sound. Ask your child to tell you the new word. At, cat. Then you can do the same next step that you did last time, uncovering the letters. So if we had at last time and now we need to change it to k at this time, what do we need to change? We need to change our M to a C. And if you were doing this with a paper protector, and you could have possibly be using like Expo markers, and you would have the opportunity to literally just erase and then write in the new letter. Thank you so much for joining us for Foundational Reading for Families, Session 5, Phonics Part 2. Please remember to continue to work with your students at home on all of the strategies we've been talking about, and make sure that when you are producing the sounds, you are producing them correctly. Please join us next time for Session 6, Phonics Part 3. Thank you.